All right, Anthony, it's Wednesday, which means that it's time to check out this week's edition of FreightWaves Mailbag, and it's spooky season, so we're getting into some scary freight stories. Do you have anything that was scary in the freight world?
My scariest thing probably came from a deep dive paper that I didn't realize that I had to write, but until like the day before, so that was pretty scary for me.
Well, that feels like a college experience.
It was. It was. Okay. It was like being in college all over again. Except for not going through all the football losses.
I absolutely would not want to relive those college days, so I'm with you. That's pretty scary. Let's check out what our other experts had to say about their spookiest of freight experiences.
Welcome once again to Mailbag, where we take your social media posts with the hashtag FWMailbag, as well as your emails at mailbag@freightwaves.com. Get them to our experts and get these questions and answers, of course, back to you every Wednesday. This week's question is simple. What's the worst freight nightmare you've ever experienced firsthand? This should be fun.
My worst freight nightmare that'll fit within 30 seconds is plated steel from the Midwest to Monterey. Customs agent messed up on the count, we messed up on the count, the customer messed up on the count, and going across a bridge, Mexican customs impounded the trailer. And I had to work through all that. It was a nightmare and it took about 6 months to get that trailer back. So that was my worst one, 30 seconds, very short. I have worse ones that will take 5, 10, 20 minutes, an hour to tell.
Freight nightmare that I have literally been stuck in the middle of, as in like it wasn't my problem, but I was stuck in the middle of two people who had the problem, was probably when, I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but a carrier held our freight hostage, so much so that they were refusing to let us even in to like let another carrier recover the load, and they were talking about somehow putting it on a ship to send it overseas when it just needed to go to California, and they stopped returning our phone calls. I know the police had to get involved. It was probably like the hostage of all load hostages. It was so bad. I think they ended up getting it recovered, but obviously it was like 3 days late, and the shipper was pretty mad because they paid extra to guarantee that it was going to get there on time. So, you know, we love a good trade show load that goes wrong.
Oh, I've got a back office freight nightmare for you. Years ago, I'm pricing analyst, and I'm the only person that's able to price at the time because we just lost our head guy. So it's me and this lady, and we're backlogged like for months. And our VP of sales, you guys may know him, lovingly called The Dude, comes in from this conference from Las Vegas. He's been out there selling. Drops 30 to 40 new accounts for me to price right on my desk. I just kind of look up at him and I'm just like a helpless puppy. And he's like, can you go ahead and get these done? And I just kind of looked and I was like, I'm gonna have to like divert all my energy and time. And I don't, he's like, this is really gonna land some business. Well, I get through it. It takes me a while. It takes me a few days. And I was pretty good at pricing at the time. Well, he goes out, sends all these out. I check back in about 7, 8 months just to see 2 accounts shipped like 2 pallets. That was it. Wasted my life.
Spooky freight stories. The most nightmare-inducing one that I had definitely involved finding a lost trailer at a Laredo terminal. And what happens was it was full of over like $2 or $3 million of beauty products. They lost it for 6 months. A driver magically found it. Unfortunately, the new store opening was 6 months too late. The spooky part was we finally found the trailer, but how many more were missing? Ooh.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Mailbag. Send us your social media posts with the hashtag FWMailbag or email us at mailbag@freightwaves.com with your questions or comments or even videos, and we'll get those questions to our experts and the answers right back to you. We will see you after F3.